Hello everyone. Today we will be discussing TCNJ's campus events such as Wired, a march to end rape culture, and more.
Stay with us. From Kendall Hall, I'm Sarina Sokoloff.
And I'm Samantha Franz. Let's get started. On Tuesday, September 13th, TCNJ Women in Learning and Leadership hosted their annual Slut Walk. Slut Walk, or a march to end rape culture, is meant to call attention to gender discrimination in our day-to-day lives. WIL's mission is to inform our campus that the way one may dress does not invite or cause sexual violence. The group also strives to bring awareness to the unfairness of victim blaming. The event featured speaker Jenny Sakanix, a TCNJ alum, feminist, and proponent of women's equality. Accompanying Jenny's speech was a selection of spoken word poetry read by TCNJ students. Marchers, in varying degrees of dress, marched around the TCNJ campus shouting phrases like, quote, "Hey, hey, ho, ho, yes means yes and no means no," end quote. While the event focuses on serious and controversial topics, it is still meant to be a fun yet informative time for all involved. WIL is set to host a similar, more solemn event in the spring called Take Back the Night. More information on that event will be available at the beginning of the spring semester.
This past Sunday was the 15th anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks on the U.S. TCNJ held a commemoration event in front of Lozer Hall honoring those who lost their lives when the planes hit the World Trade Center, Pentagon, and in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. The commemoration began at 7:30 p.m. with speeches by President Gittenstein, Vice President of Student Affairs Amy Hecht, and Lou Giacardo, a Trenton State alumni. Giacardo worked in the World Trade Center at the time of the attack. The memorial brought together students and faculty alike. Candles burned bright in the remembrance of the event and in respect for those who lost their lives.
And now we go to LTV News correspondent Pete Weiland for an exclusive coverage of Campus Town's new developments.
Thanks, guys. Here at TCNJ, many have anxiously awaited the completion of Campus Town, the building project years in the making. After many delays, the multi-building facility has officially been open for about a year. Boasting student housing and retail spaces, the project was meant to attract both TCNJ students and the Ewing community.
I think it's really cool. It's a way to be on campus, but kind of feel like you're off campus at the same time and not so confined, though it's taking a long time to build things. Kind of like expected last year, the first year, for it to be kind of slow, but I expected to come back to school this fall and have everything, I guess, more boosting.
PRC group members are also working on the expansion of retail spaces and other related developments.
The biggest thing that we're all looking forward to is more of our retail stores opening up. The negotiation, I guess this could be sort of a biggest surprise. It's taking much longer to negotiate our leases with our tenants, given the economic environment of the country right now. You know, everybody's much more careful of what they do. But the good news is we have an urgent care coming in. We have a hair cutter. We have a mail service store, a gourmet hot dog store, nail salon, yoga studio, sporting goods store. So we have all of these exciting things that we just need them to happen.
From LTV News, I'm Peter Weiland. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Pete.
This coming weekend, All College Theater and TCNJ Musical Theater will be co-sponsoring Wired, a 24-hour playwriting competition. Pre-selected writing pairs will start writing their shows at 8 p.m. on Friday, September 16th. Throughout the night, the writers will be given twists that they must incorporate into their shows by a team of arbiters. At 4 a.m. the next morning, the finished shows are cast and paired with a director and stage manager. At 8 a.m., the cast arrives and starts to work on the show. And at 8 p.m., the shows are performed in the Decker Hall social space. Awards are given out in categories such as Best Actor/Actress, Best Writer, and Best Director. Ryan Krause, who has been both an audience member and an arbiter for Wired, stated, quote, "Watching the shows come together at the end of the day is the most rewarding part of the whole experience. If I hadn't been involved last semester, I never would have believed that those shows were produced in a day." End quote.
If you're a TCNJ student who wishes to identify by your nickname, middle name, or last name, you can now use that as your preferred name rather than your legal name in all college-related documents. The preferred name policy was introduced this year for students who do not typically identify by their legal name. For instance, where before an individual's legal name would appear on emails, now students can have their nickname appear. Except where the legal name is required by law or policy, students as well as staff can be identified by their preferred name in all college-related documents. To do this, students can go on to pause and the change will be shown in Canvas within 24 hours.
That's all we have for this episode of LTV News. If you'd like to join Lions Television, email us at ltv@tcnj.edu or like us on Facebook. And be sure to check out our Twitter and Instagram. For all of us here at Lions Television, I'm Samantha Franz.
And I'm Sarina Sokoloff. We'll see you next week.